Well, welcome back to another video on the rest of and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. Big show today, obviously the last major AEW show we don't go on Rampage before Worldsend. And yeah, we got the semi-final of the Continental Classic to decide who will be advancing to the final this Saturday at Worldsend, and a lot more coming up on the show. But starting things off with Mox defeating Swerve Strickland and Jay White to top the gold lead, cashing his ticket to the Worldsend. The former world champion overcame a knee injury to outlast his Italian opponents, each of whom took their shots at the injured joint. As has done countless times, Mox showed grit and tenacity en route to pinning White with a Death Rider. The match was good and felt pay-per-view quality. To kick things off, the energy was there, the crowd was red hot, and the combatants brought attention to their performances. With that said, it's hard not to feel like Mox was the least interesting choice. Sure, he's one of the faces of the company and was probably predictable, but yeah, both of these two would have been great, with White and Strickland treading upwards. It's not done any damage to her whatsoever, and it sets up an interesting league final with Kingston, obviously the history there. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. A good start to show, brilliant another match in Continental Classic, but maybe not quite as good as the next match in the Classic. Before it's time though for the Donis Family celebrating Boxing Week Wednesday night, with the head of the faction presenting Takeshi, Hobbs and Fletcher with portraits. Guevara hit the ring, taking sections being left to Sal when he suffered his concussion. Callis blamed him for getting hurt and taking maternity leave, leading to a beatdown on Spanish God. Jericho made the save and reunited with Protege in a Masquerade Strangle, and the tag champs then hit the ring to appear, only with Sting and Darby to appear. This was something. Tony Khan had to come up with something obviously with Omega, but this was rushed, and yeah, setting it up for the pay-per-view. I'm not such a fan of it, to be honest, especially Babyface Guevara. Yeah, I think maybe this could need a bit of a rethink, because yeah, clearly very rushed decision. I'm not too sure about it. Before it's time for the Blue League final, Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Garcia, and yeah, this was one of the best of the matches of the year, with a brilliant conclusion to the Blue League, won by the former, following a series of spinning back fists and a Kawada and powerbomb. Kingston overcome a match full of verbal insults and mind games conducted by Danielson, showing his toughness and resiliency that's been part of his DNA. He was the best wrestler in the world with the most devastating offense and stayed in the fight. The crowd was behind Kingston, invested in the story and his pursuit of the crown, and it helped fuel the competitors. The match was action-packed, dramatic, and featured some extraordinary selling from Kingston. In the end, the fans' emotional investment in Kingston was rewarded in the form of a win over Danielson, who was openly mocked the ROH champ, and the idea that he could defeat him. It was a superb example of an intensely physical match, meshing with a storyline that was easy to follow and care about. The AEW faithful did now know as Kingston entered Saturday's World End match with a friend and rival Moxley, and a backstory for that spectacular. The match was spectacular, and Kingston surely has to get it done, because yeah, it'll be an incredible story for one of the best wrestlers on the roster. This was outstanding stuff. 8 out of 10. We then got Sky Blue versus Chris Alander. Sky Blue became the first person in nearly 2 years to score a pinfall victory over Statlander, but did so in under less than honourable means. Both Blue withstood power-based offense of her opponent, but found herself revealing late TBS champion Julia Hart had interfered, levelled Statlander and set up Blue with a monumental victory. After the match, a beatdown ensued before Nightingale made the save. Abaddon followed and heels scurried. Booking Hart and Blue as partners was a great call. And there's enough place to go, especially with Nightingale there. They have the potential to be central figures in the programme, not involving the goal. More importantly, they're young and get more reps on TV. It's a solid match, but at the same time, yeah, just pinning Statlander out of nowhere, it kind of something more could have been done with that in a way, even though she just lost the title. So yeah, I didn't really like the way we just did it, but even though the angle does have potential, I don't know, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I just totally wasn't sold on it, to be honest. It was then supposed to be MJF and Samoa Joe versus the Devil's Maskman for the tag titles, but Samoa Joe has been working with the Devil all along, as fans found out in the last moments of Dynamite. After feigning a knee injury that took him out of the title clash, he hit the ring and chased the new champions known as the Devil's Maskman to the floor. Back inside the ring, he helped MJF to his feet, only to pass him with a chair, following his brief appearance by the Devil on the video screen. All of it felt like a haphazard booking to add heat to the match, and put together late after all. Joe may have been an opportunist, and the idea he needs to work with the Devil to take out the world champion. He's very clearly working with a serious shoulder injury, says more about the destroyer than the title holder. Joe easily could have betrayed Max without getting caught up in the Devil nonsense. Instead, the reveal kind of felt like a last minute decision. So yeah, in a way, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. It was a bit of a surprise factor, but yeah, at the same time, is it maybe the best decision long term? I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to give it Worlds and see where it goes. But yeah, I think the Devil story definitely needs to come to a conclusion at Worlds End, and we'll see where it goes. It's very intriguing to see the way it may go. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and yeah, let's just let it play out, I suppose. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, a pretty decent episode of Dynamite this week. There was a lot going on this show. The Continental Classic stuff, undoubtedly the highlight of the night. And then, yeah, there were some more questionable booking decisions throughout the night, I would say, like the Guevara segment. Maybe some would argue stuff from Jeff, definitely intriguing into Dynamite. But yeah, a lot going on. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks for watching tonight. Cheers, guys. Next one, daily wrestling news. Subscribe to the channel, greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.